There's been a few comments lately on my Atlas water leak videos asking if it's been resolved, and it hasn't. And just as a recap, they have replaced the sunroof assembly, the carpet, the padding under the carpet, the dash pad, all of the drains for the sunroof, multiple times at this point. The seal for the sunroof, the car is still leaking. Now, it leaks when it's parked here in the driveway, which is nose up with a slight lean to the passenger side. And if you look back at the other videos, it's typically the passenger side A-pillar that fills up with water. There has been a time or two that I found water on the driver's side, but when it's parked where it's normally parked, it is on that angle with the nose up and with a slight lean to the passenger side. Now, in all of the trips back and forth to the dealer, I questioned when we were trying to chase the leak before I kind of gave up for a while because I just don't have the time to be going back and forth. I questioned if they had taken a look and confirmed that it's not the windshield, because how many components of the sunroof can they replace and it's still leaking? And after 6 attempts and it's still leaking of them trying to fix it, it's got, in my mind, that there's not that it had to be, but there's probably a good possibility it was something else, be it the windshield or like the seal for the roof rail where it mounts to the roof, just because it was nose up and then all the water was ending up in here. I just figured it had to have been somewhere around there. However, this weekend, I went through the car wash, and when we got to the point of the air blowers, I noticed something. So the car is dirty right now. There's a little bit of a film on the windshield, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick this up, but there are teeny tiny water droplet marks, like it's from what's left of the air blower at the end of the car wash, between the span of here and here, within like the top, I don't know, say 1.5 to 2 inches of this windshield, where it's obvious water path. And I cannot seem to capture it on the camera, but I'm pretty certain that there is a very slight leak in this windshield. The water's making its way in here. The one time it wasn't parked leaning to the passenger side, it dripped on the driver's side. They never had an explanation for that. But it's making it's going to run to the lowest point, which if it comes in here and the car's leaning this way, it's going to run along the front lip of this headliner and make its way down that corner, which is exactly what was happening, filling that thing over there. And I started questioning it. I didn't actually notice this. I started questioning it because we were going down the highway, and I felt like there were a couple of instances where I heard some road noise coming from this area that I was like, I don't know, that doesn't seem, it seems a bit louder than usual. And then I looked up and I noticed this path, and then I went to the car wash, and sure as shit, it seems to be a failure in the seal of the windshield between here and here.